How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Coffee and Critique. We have a very special guest that's going to join the room. Her name is Dinara, and she is a director. And we are going to get started in just a few. Hey, finally. All right.
Hey, can you hear me well?
Yes, I can.
Okay,
Awesome.
I'm using my AirPods.
Awesome.
Uh,
Awesome. How you doing today?
Very good. How are you?
Good, good. So I just finished watching your film not too long ago. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's actually I made this movie project in New York Film Academy.
Okay.
Yeah, it was fun.
That's awesome. I had a friend that went to New York's Film Academy. It probably I don't know if you probably seen them on Instagram. They go. Her name is Cheyenne Lutek. So she does a lot of stuff with like the film and like New York, and she also travels to LA too. So maybe y'all maybe cross paths at least once or twice.
Location.
How what happened?
She went to LA location. I know they have a lot of locations. It's like a chain. But I went to New
Yeah,
York location on Battery Place.
yeah. She went to both
Mhm.
of them just because she just wanted to see the range and everything. But yeah, tell me about like
Mhm.
the process of that film for New York Academy.
Yeah, what exactly interests you? How did I get in there? Like,
Yeah,
what
I
it
just wanted to
takes
know like
me to
how
get there?
like the process of you like because I know it had to do with like I'm an alcoholic, so you built up like this cool transition and then it got to that point. So I wanted to know what was your process in thinking like, all right, how am I going to direct the audience to understand that she may have an issue with alcohol? Like what was going through your mind?
Oh, so we're talking about that exact project that I made.
Yes.
Okay, so I don't know if everybody is um, informed about that movie project, but yeah. So the thing was that we needed to create music film. And in that short movie, which is like 1 to 5 minutes,
Okay.
we needed to tell the story. And it should be like a drama story. A lot of my co-students, students that were with me in the class, they had like fighting scenes, shooting scenes, all kind of drama. And I came up to this idea, and I was actually playing the actress, and I had a cameraman, and I was totally like telling him what to do. I was like, I would set up the camera the right way. I would select the right lens for everything, the right perspective, and he would just shoot. And I thought, because I also went to the acting school, so I thought I would be good for for playing, that role. So what actually prompted me, what made me do that subject is that because I live in New York City and I noticed that a lot of people have many addictions in New York City, especially like when you were in school. I went to all kind of different schools. I went to business school, Baruch College, business administration, and a lot of young kids were like addicted to, Adderall, those type of stimulants, that would help them focus and like stay
Yeah, that happened with
active.
me. Not me personally, but like I know a lot of people in
Yeah.
school they were
So
using it. I'm like, what is?
yeah,
I never knew what it was until
yeah,
like I went to
yeah,
college. I was like,
yeah.
oh,
Exactly. And me, I'm coming from a different country. To me, it was all new. And then I'm a very outgoing person. I have a lot of friends, and I met a lot of friends in different industries, in acting school, in New York Film Academy, in all different circles. And I noticed that a lot of people in New York, especially in my age range, they have a lot of different addictions. And I thought that was sad. And I was actually thinking to write a blog about it. And so, because the theme of the subject was drama, and within this 5 minutes video film, I needed to create a story video, right?
Yeah.
I hope that was enough for you to kind of like understand a story. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so a lot of my girlfriends, like they're feeling desperate. There are like two subjects covered. First of all, in New York City, it's very hard to find your significant other, the partner in life,
Really? I thought it'd be
who would be
easy.
the right one. Yeah, right, right. Everybody would think so because it's like a big city
Yeah.
and like there is a big variety, like a big option to choose from. But the thing is, that is actually the problem. So what they do, what the girls do, they go to the nightclubs, they go to different bars and lounges to meet people, to meet guys, and they end up drinking, and then they get desperate, they feel depressed, and they start drinking. And an acquaintance of mine, she got like problems with alcohol.
Mm.
So I thought, yeah, that was a very interesting subject to touch upon. And I wanted to actually get serious about that and make like a documentary film
Okay.
and yeah, and write a blog about it, about the addictions, and maybe to offer some advices like what to do best instead, like the alternative, how you can like get away with this hustling lifestyle,
Yeah.
with this kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's stuff
yeah.
like that. It's just like how you had it in the movie. Like you telling me, like you go to like from different places and travel. Like it made me seem like you were really a true New Yorker based on like how I was watching that film. Like it showed that you really did your
Yeah,
research.
yeah.
Because I'm saying like if you didn't tell me that, you could have convinced me you were a New Yorker for a very long time, and I would have never known.
Yeah, I've been living in New York for 10 years, so it was enough time for me to actually learn how New York lifestyle is. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty sad.
So in
Yeah.
terms of the documentary, is that in full effect now, or are you just working on it right
Uh,
now?
I, I am working on it right now. It kind of stopped because of the quarantine and the craziness that's going on, you
Yeah.
know? Yeah, but I'm still, yeah, it's my, like, it's my plan to work on it. Yeah, and continue the subject.
Yeah, that's that. Listen, how are you feeling in this whole quarantine? Because I know as a creative, we gotta do things. So how are you
Right.
processing through this?
Well, like everybody else, we go through like different stages. First was like panic, then rejection. Oh no, nothing serious. Then acceptance. The most important thing I think is to accept the situation, and then to think what you can do, and just to move forward and hope that everything is gonna work out by the end of the day. Yeah, I'm still trying to stay active and work on a lot of things. And the plus is that I have a lot of free time now for my creativity.
Now, my
Yeah.
question is because now everything is really like self-contained, and then have you been thinking about doing like projects by yourself, like a solo project in the
Oh
meantime?
yeah, definitely, definitely, yeah. And I'm getting inventory. Like I'm buying camera, I'm buying lighting stuff, and yeah, I'm working on that. And I'm doing a lot of research, and I'm also taking online courses because right now, everything went online.
Yeah.
By the end of the year, it's gonna stay this way. So I'm gonna take online courses and continue, learning more about cinematography because that's like the top of my interest.
So
Yeah.
uh,
So
do you do mostly filming, or or acting? Like, you want to try to balance both, or do you like one little more than the other?
I like cinematography more because I'm kind of a creative person and I have a lot of creative thoughts, a lot of subjects that I want to, saving ecology, uh, and because I'm living in New York, I would also touch upon the psychological, mental illness, and yeah, something like that. And also, I would want to make a lot of positive documentary films. So the main outcome would be to stay positive.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yes,
Um,
yes, not to get depressed, not to go crazy, not to look for relief in some like drugs, alcohol. This is definitely not, the best way.
Definitely not.
Yeah, yeah.
That now,
So,
have you been thinking about changing the way you are creating your content? In terms of as a creator, like, I know right now we're tough, but we don't know when it's gonna possibly end. Do you feel like now that we're in this situation, it's gonna dictate how you create your work, and maybe you're like, all right, so instead of people, talking to each other, touching each other, will you incorporate social distancing in your future work, based on what we're at right now?
that's a very good question. Well, hopefully, social distancing is not gonna last long. I actually, guys, can you be a little bit quiet? Sorry. uh, so, um, so I think the most horrible thing with the virus is in New York City. That's why I actually went away to Miami. Is a little bit easier here, but if I go like to the countryside, nobody even, practicing social distancing, nobody practicing wearing masks. I'm not saying that's a good thing to do. As a precaution, you still need to follow, all those rules. But yeah. So what was the question? Am I gonna still practice social distancing even when the quarantine is over?
No, more so, because I know you answered that. So it's more so like, will you incorporate that into your like current work, in terms of like, if you're like writing a script or anything, will that be part of your piece?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely, yes, it is gonna be. I mean, I'm definitely gonna film about the coronavirus, about the quarantine, because I think it's gonna be part of the history of the whole. It's gonna be a good topic
Oh
to
yeah,
talk about. Yeah.
absolutely. No, that's pretty much
Mhm.
like, I just wanted to always, contact people and let them know, because I always do coffee and critique, and
Mhm.
just to talk about where the creatives' minds are going, especially times like these. And I saw your work, and I was like, you know what? I think it's definitely time to start branching out to other creatives. And I was like, I don't know
Mhm.
why I didn't do it sooner, because I feel like this is kind of like a blessing in disguise, that it forced us to actually reach out to other people and find different
Right.
ways to connect.
Yeah.
So I said, let's try doing something different, which is doing like
Mhm.
live podcasts and whatnot.
Good idea.
Yeah, but I want to thank you for coming
Mhm.
on. I really appreciate it. I want you to enjoy the rest of your day. And I recorded this, so when it's out, I'll definitely let you know. And it's gonna be on SoundCloud or
Mhm.
Spotify.
Okay. Thank you. It was nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. You too. Bye bye.
Bye.